A pleasant good evening, everyone. Welcome to Alumni Field on the campus of Bermudian Springs High School for tonight's Constellation Energy Game of the Week. I'm Ed Ark, joined by Bruce Badgley and Jordan Piper. We're glad to bring you tonight's action, and we thank Constellation Energy for making it possible. Bruce, we got a couple of 1 and 2 teams coming into play, but Bermudian winning last week, Manheim Central on a 2-game losing streak, and both teams getting ready to jump into conference play.
Yeah, and that's what's so important here. Both teams have to try and set the tone going into very difficult conference schedules. Bermudian is the defending York Adams Section 3 champion. Manheim Central trying to come back from a down year last year. So I think that this game means an awful lot to both teams.
In that game last week, Bermudian Springs beating Susquehannock, and they're led by their quarterback, Lane Hubbard, who not only throws the football well, but also runs the football well. So a dual threat leading the Eagles offense.
Yeah, and I always like that, in a quarterback. I love that dual threat, and I think it's going to be very interesting to see how both defenses react, early on. Not a lot of history between these two teams, and I got a feeling that Coach Hahn and Manheim Central, I think that they're just going to put the ball on the ground and run it and run it and run it some more.
The Eagles of Bermudian Springs won the toss. They elected to defer, so it'll be Manheim Central that will be receiving the opening kickoff here. And back deep for Manheim Central, keep an eye on Xavier Oxava. He is ranked 20th in the state in kickoff yards average, and so we'll be watching for him. He's number 21. He lines up here on the near side of the field as one of the deep backs for the Barons.
And thanks for joining us here on PennLive.
Kickoff is short and taken at the 22-yard line. On the return for Manheim Central is Deacon Weaver, who typically offensively lines up as a tight end. And he gets it out to the 35-yard line where the Barons start 1st and 10.
Yeah, Mason Lilly with a nice tackle there, and we are underway.
Manheim Central, Logan Cable is the quarterback for the Barons. He also is a threat. Was able to uncork a 30-yard run last week to score a touchdown. Handoff goes up the middle. And that's going to be Jevon Carbino for a pickup of 2. Caleb Moyer on the carry. Picks up about a yard, 2nd and 9.
I always think these opening possessions of games like this are so very important to set tone for both teams, defensively or offensively.
This is the first game on the road for Manheim Central, having played their first 3 games of the season on the road or at home. Moyer breaks off a good run off the right side and picks up the first down.
Yeah, just a nice, you're going to see this open up right on the right side there. I love the way he just kind of puts his foot in the ground and goes straight upfield.
I'm looking at Moyer rejoining the huddle. He's listed at 5'8", 175, but looks like he maybe have grown a couple inches and put on a few pounds since those measurements were taken. Good speed out of the backfield for Moyer. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line of Manheim Central. Barons with the football here on the first possession of the game. Again, Moyer getting the call, finding it difficult to find any running room. Picks up 1, setting up 2nd and 9.
Interesting call there. Stack to the left and run to the short side.
So they gained a yard on the first play from scrimmage. Last set of downs. Repeat here before Moyer broke off the run that picked up the first down. Way wide to the far side is Malik Cornish. Moyer comes in motion. Screen pass over the head, intended for Cody Hess, incomplete. It'll set up 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, and, just a nice little high percentage pass to get the quarterback going, and it's off the mark. So 3rd and long.
You can see Capel looking toward the sideline there, getting the play signaled in before joining the huddle. Rolling left, looking downfield.
He's wide open.
He's got a receiver and just out of the reach of Cody Hess. Pass is incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 9.
You know, good job by Hess to get open. But that's a tough throw for a quarterback at any level. Sprinting to your left and throwing from your right hand there.
So Manheim Central will kick the football away. It'll be Carter Kyle dropping back to punt. Back deep for the Eagles, Mason Lilly and also Noah Leedy. Good snap, kick is away. Low line drive kick.
Oh, you got to feel that. You just can't let that ball do that. I mean, get a little bit aggressive and go after it. There weren't a lot of players around there. What it cost them, 15 yards, and stick them back at their own end zone?
Yeah, they're going to be at their own 9-yard line. Noah Leedy stepping out of the way of that football and certainly taking a Manheim Central roll. They spot it at the 10 on the near hash, 1st and 10. Bermudian Springs, first possession of the evening.
Yeah, good job by our buddy Jordan Piper on camera so far tonight, man. He's getting all the plays.
You can see Josh Hubbard lined up to the near sideline here as the Eagles, and we've got some movement right before the snap. Check to see if it's a false start. It will be 5 yards against the Eagles, pinning them a little bit further back toward their own end zone.
Yeah, obviously something that, you know, you're paying attention to in every game, but I think it's really magnified for both of these teams and the quality of their play. I think both coaches are ones that really are looking for that, you know, momentum going into the conference portion of their season. And this game's going to determine it.
Hard to believe we're in week 4 already.
I know.
And those kind of miscues should be kind of worked out at this point. On the move is Braden Heller, leading rusher for the Eagles. Gets back up to the 8-yard line.
Oxiva with a nice tackle there, and actually good gang tackling there on the outside.
Well, they only give him credit for a yard to the 6, so it'll be 2nd down and 14. Keep an eye on quarterback Lane Hubbard. He has the ability to scramble or call his own number on the run as well as throw the football.
Blitz.
Pass is complete and off the fingertips of Mason Lilly, incomplete at the 10-yard line. Had some running room ahead of him, but couldn't hold on to the football.
That was the definition of looking to run before you secure the catch. Now, really difficult here. 3rd and long.
3rd and 14, back at their own 6.
Well, thanks for joining us tonight, Ed. Filling in for our buddy PJ Rydell. You guys have a connection, don't you?
I've known PJ for a few years. Yes, he was a student of mine at Messiah University. So glad to jump in his chair and keep it warm for him until next week. There goes Hubbard on the roll. Stetson throws, fires downfield. Probably intended for Mason Lilly, but falls incomplete at about the 45-yard line.
I like your use of the word probably. I mean, it was kind of difficult there, but he had no choice. He was stuck in the end zone with the Barons breathing down on him. He had to get rid of it.
So it'll be 4th down and 14. Heller handles the punt chores for Bermudian Springs, as well as one of their key running backs. He's actually the leading receiver in the York Adams 3, and we've got another flag. See if we have maybe a delay of game.
Somebody jumped.
Yep. Procedure call again. Go half the distance this time. That'll take it back to the 3.
I think teams are still trying to dial in their special teams. I mean, it's not something that, you're under the gun each and every game.
So Heller almost with his heels on the back of the end zone, gets the kick away, has some good hang time, and taken at the 39-yard line by Morales. Javier Morales able to return it for about 13 yards. Getting the football all the way down to the 22-yard line of Bermudian Springs, setting up the Barons with great field position here for this second possession.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what a good job by the defense there in putting the offense in some really fine territory.
8:54 to go, first quarter. Scoreless here. Thanks for joining us on Penn Live for the Constellation Energy Game of the Week. Off tackle goes Logan Geib. Geib is able to make it all the way down to the end zone as he breaks through the line. Let's watch that play again.
I mean, he was untouched. I mean, they really well, I guess he did break a tackle on the outside, but then it's untouched to the end zone. That offensive line just crushed everything down.
Once he penetrated the secondary, he was gone. Lots of room down that far sideline for the touchdown. So Geib goes 22 yards for the score. And the extra point by Caden Chacon is good. So with 8:48 to go first quarter, it's Manheim Central 7, Bermudian Springs nothing.
Okay, we are going to go away for a brief moment, and we will be right back with the Constellation Energy Game of the Week.
We bring the energy, powering America's growing economy every minute, every day. As the nation's largest producer of clean and reliable American-made energy, Constellation is wherever you are. From families to corner stores to manufacturers to the biggest data centers. We meet the nation's energy needs by generating emissions-free electricity today and for our future.
Welcome back. After the score, Manheim Central sets up to kick off. Again, it was Logan Geib going 22 yards for the opening score for the Barons. Eagles actually netting negative yards on their first possession, get the football back. This time on the return, it's Noel Gonzalez. He gets across the 20 and up to the 23-yard line. A little better field position for the Eagles to start this drive.
Was that Noah Templin, 7, making the tackle for Manheim Central?
Lines up as a linebacker on defense, tight end on offense, 5'10", 210-pound senior. This Manheim Central team has a lot of seniors and senior leadership coming back this season. Yeah,
absolutely. And I talked to Dave Hahn earlier this week, and, he really felt that these guys, put in the effort in the offseason, especially the seniors, and he expects a lot of these guys.
Hubbard unable to find much in the way of running room on his first carry of the night. Gets a yard. Be second down. Well, they're not going to credit him with anything. We'll call it 2nd and 10 at the 24.
And, 5A in District 3, I mean, that's just a minefield. Let's be real. You have, the state champion Bishop McDevitt, in there. Exeter very powerful, albeit not in Manheim's section of the Lancaster-Lebanon League, but wow.
And we should point out that Bermudian Springs is a 3A school.
Right.
So kind of playing up not just one, but 2 rungs on the ladder. Hubbard again, this time off the left side, gets across the 25-yard line, picks up 3. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
I mean, physically, you can see that. I mean, we were talking before the game, and I said, that's why there's 6 classifications. You can physically compare the 2 teams on the field, and you can see, the size advantage that the Barons have out there.
And also depth, because you have more people on your roster, so that allows you to be a little bit deeper. bring more players up through the ranks, and just helps your program year after year. That's Mason Lilly wide to the right side of quarterback Hubbard, and he rolls that way.
Wow.
Looks in that direction and now holds on to the football. Forced, that was one of those coverage plays where Hubbard was forced to run, picks up 2.
Wow, something fell from the top of the press box. I mean, a couple years ago when I was doing a game, I had some water dumped on me during a rain game where they were like getting it off of their tarp, but that was solid. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's a metal roof above us. I mean, we've got, asbestos, or not asbestos, ceiling tile above us, but there's a metal floor up above.
Well, here's just another key kick.
Whistle. No flag. Going to be a penalty against Manheim Central. I think they may have had too many players on the field.
Well, it's still not going to give him a first down, but I don't know. That's going to be real close for Bermudian to maybe consider, John Livelsberger, the head coach.
Well, it's going to be a yard short based on the spot there, so it'll be 4th down and 1.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like they're kicking. They're going for it. Quarterback back in there. Lane Hubbard, I love the call. This is putting confidence in your team.
Jaden Ayers brings the play in. He'll line up here on the near sideline.
Now, don't preclude the fact that they might try and draw him off, too. But here we go. Big play in the game.
4th down and 1. Trailing by 7. Bermudian Springs trying to convert. And
a timeout.
Bermudian takes the timeout. Going to rethink that strategy for just a minute.
Well,
perhaps.
I don't know. Maybe the play call against the defense, I mean, it's that important. Certainly, if they're stopped, I mean, you're basically handing it right over again to Manheim Central. But for Bermudian, I think this sends an enormous message by head coach Livensberger to his team that he's got confidence in them, and we're going out there and we're winning this game.
Well, and if you think about the last possession, Manheim Central, after the punt return, started the drive at like the 23-yard line. So this would actually be worse field position than their first time they got the football if Bermudian's not able to convert.
Right.
Looks like the offensive unit's going to stay in there, and Ayers is going to line up as he planned to the last time before the timeout. So here we go. Lincoln Quigley picks up Ayers here on the near side. Hubbard goes under center. Pitch play. That's going to be Heller on the carry.
Oh, is that close?
They're going to say no, he didn't make it. At least the official on the near sideline already signaling.
No, looks like they're giving him the first down. They're moving the chain.
So the linesman on this side was pointing towards Bermudian Springs. The linesman on the other side was saying first down, and it's a first down by about half a football, I'd say.
I'd say so. Well, look, either way, they're going to be like waving their hands for a timeout. It's either change of possession or first down. So that's what kind of threw me there a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from their own 34. Hubbard fakes the handoff, now passes to Heller. There was a flag thrown behind the play. Got some contact over here on the near sideline.
Well, I love the play call. The problem is that Manheim knew it was coming, and it got nowhere. And I think we had a holding penalty on top of that.
Yeah, that flag dropped behind Hubbard on his roll to this side of the field. It is a hold. They're going to decline it. Manheim Central will. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 with a loss. It'll be 2nd down and 17 back at the 27-yard line of Bermudian Springs.
And again, it's important for Bermudian Springs to try and work the clock a bit. I mean, time of possession, they've got to keep the ball away from Manheim Central if they want to have any chance tonight.
So, loss of 7, and it's Hubbard with the carry. Gets across the 30, doesn't get back that loss from the previous play, so it'll be 3rd down and 13. Coming up on the halfway mark of the first quarter here. It's Manheim Central 7, Bermudian Springs nothing if you're just joining us. And if you are just joining us, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks to Constellation Energy for this free broadcast on PennLive. I think they're going to be, the cheerleaders are going to be throwing out some T-shirts and some giveaways, and Constellation Energy really involved in the community.
So 3rd down and 13 from the 31.
That's a backwards pass, so running play.
And Heller is the ball carrier. Gets across the 35. That'll set up a 4th down and 9, however.
You know, it's very interesting, the play calls here. They're trying these little flare passes into the flat to try and give them some space, but those Manheim Central defenders are probably better on the edge than they were in the center of the field.
So Heller will drop back to punt for a 2nd time this evening. We learned in pregame conversation, Bermudian didn't punt at all last week.
Good punt there, though.
And taken at the 25-yard line on the return is Javier Morales. Good coverage downfield as he gets to the 36-yard line, and the Barons will start there, 1st and 10, after converting their first possession to a touchdown.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been one, quite honestly, that the Barons have really dominated this first quarter. I think if Bermudian kind of puts the back of their, the hair on the back of their head up and stops them here, you know, what do they always say? You know, the longer you keep a guy, in the game there.
Absolutely.
So I think an important possession for Bermudian.
On the carry is Moyer. Gets away from one defender, gets across the 40, and up close to the 44-yard line. Pickup of about 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
Boy, there was a big wall downfield of blockers that the Bermudian defenders got through there. And
flag behind the play, and it's a holding call in the backfield. So Manheim Central not only loses that 8-yard run, but now they'll be facing probably a 1st and a 20-plus. That'll be 1st and 20 back at the 26. So you were talking about time of possession. Bermudian had the football for about 3.5 minutes before kicking it away on their last possession. Capel. And he's going to be brought down in the backfield by Dakota Lockman.
And let's see where he comes from here. I think he came from the defensive. No, he's the cornerback there, blitzing on the play. Nobody there to block for him, and got him for the loss.
Came from that right side of the defensive formation and found an easy path to take down quarterback Capel.
You know, and that's something, too, that the defense can kind of call. If everybody's going out in the pattern and he doesn't have anybody, just go to the quarterback. Why not?
Back at the 18-yard line, 2nd down and 27 now. Finds the open receiver, that's Morales. Morales, though, unable to turn it upfield. Maybe a yard, 3rd down and 26.
Look at this Bermudian defense putting themselves in a position to flip the field here if they can hold them.
Big 3rd down play here at the 19-yard line, 3rd down and 26. Did get pushed out of bounds, so that stopped the clock.
Yeah, and
here in the first quarter.
And the Barons have to be careful here. They can't, they've got to protect the football.
Capel looks to the far side, completes the pass to Templin. Templin, though, only able to get barely across the 20-yard line. Give him forward progress to about the 23, maybe the 24. Still 4th and long.
Well, mission accomplished for that Bermudian defense there, forcing Manheim to go backwards, and now a kick. And look, likely they're going to have field position in the Manheim end of the field.
Noah Leedy back deep on the near side here. It's Mason Lilly on the far side, standing at about their own 45-yard line. Low line drive kick, similar to the last punt. That low line drive approach does get a good roll, and it rolls dead at the 43-yard line. But Bermudian's best starting field position of the night. Third time they have the football. They trail by 7 with just over 3 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, and as you said, best starting field position. That opens up the playbook a little bit. Maybe a little misdirection, maybe a halfback pass. Bermudian's going to have to go to the bottom of the playbook here, I think, tonight to fool this Barron defense. You can see on the outside, mano-a-mano, the Barons are going to be really tough to beat.
Hubbard takes the snap. I think we had some movement. Heller went in motion. I don't think he was.
I think it's offsides.
I don't think he was the player that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to go against Manheim.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, 1st and 5 now. Even better for Bermudian.
Yeah, as Heller went in motion, that's when the flag flew, and the Manheim Central defender encroached into the neutral zone there. 1st and 5 now at the 48-yard line.
Great shots by our man, Jordan Piper, again tonight. Man, oh man, good stuff.
Mason Lilly wide to the right side. That's the direction Hubbard rolls. Looking downfield in the direction of Lilly. And Lilly jump ball against Lincoln Quigley. Pass goes incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
And if you're going to make that call, that's when you make that call. Now, granted, one-on-one there, mano-a-mano. Again, the Manheim defender is there. So that's what I talk about. I don't think that, straight two-dimensional kind of play calling is going to work. I think they've got to do something with misdirection and cross-bucking or halfback passes.
Over the course of the season so far, both teams pretty balanced between pass and run offensively. Handoff this time goes to Noah Smith, coming from the slot there. Gets no gain, maybe half yard. 3rd down, we'll call it a short 5.
Yeah, short 5 here. Let's see if they can take advantage here. This might even be 2-down territory. So we'll see. Usually, you'll if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you'll run it on 3rd. So.
And if you have any thought at all of power rankings as far as district and state playoffs go, when you're playing up 2 rungs, you can take some chances.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Because a win would score big in the formula for the power rankings. Hubbard connects. Pass complete to Gavin Reinert. Reinert picks up the 1st down and gets into Manheim Central territory, 1st and 10.
Great play call, rolling the quarterback out, getting him away from the line, frees up some time, and there's a receiver open in that Manheim Central secondary.
Great throwing lane that opened up in front of Hubbard, too. Had a clear shot to connect with Reinert. So at the 39-yard line of Manheim Central, Eagles with the football here. Driving, trying to tie this game up as they trail by 7. Coming up on a minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. Hubbard with a straight drop. Throws it out in the flat for Ja'Kai Hill-Ekman, incomplete.
The coaching staff is just got to be pulling their hair out because that was exactly how the play would end up through the design there. And, cutting back through the center there, he had a lot of green to go.
Might have heard the collective groan since we're sitting on the Bermudian side of the field, too. Good crowd on hand here tonight.
Yeah, even on the visiting side there, the Barons, that's a big hike for them. It's a big hike for a lot of people.
2nd down and 10 from the 39-yard line. Hubbard, little RPO action there.
Yeah, see
Keeps
that?
it. Gets down to the 33, gain of 6.
That's what they got to do. They got to do that extra fake. They got to, go against tendency. Let the speed and reaction of Manheim Central play against them.
So 3rd down and 5 at the 34-yard line after the spot.
I mean, if you're Bermudian Springs, would you sign up for only being down 7-0 in this game after 1 quarter?
Absolutely. Lane Hubbard is the leading rusher for the Eagles, averaging 77 yards coming into tonight. Gets the pass to Braden Heller. Heller down to the 25-yard line. That'll be good for another first down as the drive continues. 1st and 10 Eagles at the 25-yard line of the Barons.
Yeah, he got outside contain. Looked like that linebacker kind of bit on that play.
Heller, the leading receiver for the Eagles, averaging over 75 yards per game of receiving yardage. So that combination has been clicking for the Eagles all season. Lilly this time on the receiving end of a Hubbard pass. Breaks a tackle at the 15, still with a mob in front of him. Gets down to the 13-yard line. Should be good enough for another first down.
Great play call. That's the same play that the guy dropped on the other side of the field. So they run it to the other side. They run it to the right side, and look at the result.
Down to the 13-yard line, good for a first down, and that's going to be how our first quarter ends. It's Manheim Central 7, Bermudian Springs nothing at the end of the first quarter, but the Eagles threatening. We'll be back in just a moment as we bring you the Constellation Energy Game of the Week.
The energy, powering America's growing economy every minute, every day. As the nation's largest producer of clean and reliable American-made energy, Constellation is wherever you are. From families to corner stores to manufacturers to the biggest data centers. We meet the nation's energy needs by generating emissions-free electricity today and for our future.
Welcome back. After 1 quarter of play here at Alumni Field at Bermudian Springs High School, our score is Manheim Central 7, Bermudian Springs nothing. Ed Ark, Bruce Badgley, Jordan Piper bringing you the action here this evening on Penn Live. And again, thanks to Constellation Energy. Cheerleaders here, able to throw out some T-shirts there while we were away on commercial. On behalf of Constellation Energy, our sponsor.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's been one that has really been sought after.
In motion goes Weiser. Fired downfield, pass complete to Josh Hubbard. Hubbard driven out of bounds at about the 5, maybe the 6-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, 2nd down and 3 at the 6.
Good recognition of the one-on-one on the outside there.
Bermudian can pick up another first down if they get to the 3. But threatening here from the 6 with 2nd down facing them as we start this second quarter of play with the Eagles trailing by 7. Gavin Reinert in the backfield to the right of Hubbard. Hubbard pulls the high snap down, trying to force his way a little closer to the end zone, but stopped for no gain. It'll be 3rd down and 3. So again, you have a couple of options. You can actually loses 1 on the play, back to the 7, 3rd down and 4. And you have a couple of options, Bruce. You can strike for the end zone, but you can also pick up the first down if that end zone option isn't open.
Yeah, I always like the RPO in this particular case. They've shown that they can run it.
Heller going to line up on the left side just off the tackle there. He goes in motion now and tried to run the option. Picking it up off the turf is Heller. And Heller takes it in for the into the end zone for the touchdown. Braden Heller.
We got to see this. Look at there. Great tackle, but the ball fumbled right to Heller and in for the score. Wow.
Great job by Heller there to keep with the play, keep the motion flowing, pick the ball up off the turf, and takes it in for the score.
Boy, points, every point's going to be so big today, so this extra point, let's see how it goes.
And it's Heller that's your kicker. You know, again, when you get down here to 3A and you have a smaller roster, sometimes you're wearing multiple hats. Heller, receiver, runner. Well, bad snap on the extra point attempt. Heller's just going to throw it away.
And that's what I talk about, okay? I mean, not a lot of practice in real live game situations with these. And, that can loom large. I mean, just mentally looming large.
Hubbard is your holder, and it was a low snap, kind of shot through his hands there. And it'll leave the Eagles trailing by 1 with 11 minutes to go here in the first half.
Yeah, 11 minutes to go. But, as I mentioned, if you told Bermudian Springs that it would be 7-6 going into, quarter number 2, they would have signed up for that wholeheartedly, I think.
Yeah, we've got ourselves a good game thus far here this evening. Now that the sun has set.
Lovely press box here that we've got. Great accommodations.
Still 76 degrees outside, so a comfortable night here in mid-September.
John Defoe, I tell you what, thanks for everything. The athletic director here has done just a great job.
And picking up the ball on the return.
Oh, my.
Is Oxavia. Oxavia is gone. Xavier Oxavia takes that about 73 yards for the touchdown.
Special teams, special teams, special teams. In consecutive plays, kind of breaking the back of Bermudian there. Oh, my.
And it was one of those almost broken plays on the return because ball was on the turf, but Oxavia picked it up.
Well, they just kind of overran it, broke the timing, and the return team actually got too deep. And once he broke that first wave, he was gone.
Chacon's extra point is good. 10:46 remaining second quarter. It's now Manheim Central 14 and the Bermudian Springs Eagles 6.
All right. Well, hey, look, we're going to bring it into our broadcast booth here. I always like to say hello from high atop here. Say hello to everybody. So there we go. I'll tell you. John, Ed, thanks so much for joining us tonight. And a whale of a ball game so far.
It's been exciting up to this moment, and I expect it to continue throughout the remainder of this second quarter of play. Bruce, it's good to be with you. Thanks for the opportunity. Not sure what PJ's up to tonight, but I expect he'll be back with you next Friday night.
Yeah, I think he's at a wedding that he's in.
These young people, they still go to those things, huh?
Yeah, well, my daughter's getting married in a couple of weeks, but my daughter is doing it on a Thursday, not a Friday. She wouldn't dare do it. My daughter's getting married on a Thursday. Can you believe that?
Just for you. End over end kick.
Ooh, lets it go.
And that was Noel Gonzalez that was back deep and let it go over his head. So it'll come out to the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Eagles. They were able to move the football last possession. We'll see what sort of tricks they have up their sleeve to try and get the momentum back on their side of the field here in the second quarter.
I mean, how deflating must that be for that team in red out there? I mean, going down, a great drive. Unfortunately, you miss an extra point, and then another special teams miscue, and you're down 14-6. Ouch.
Lane Hubbard, the senior quarterback, last to join the huddle with the first play call. He'll send Camden Storm wide to the near side. Picked up by Xavier Oxavia after his long kickoff return for the touchdown. You can see that matchup here close to us.
Wow.
Spinning, nowhere to go. Again, that middle has been pretty packed tight. Hubbard not able to pick a hole there.
Yeah, and on that play, Manheim Central sent the linebacker blitzing up the middle. So it was a good play call there by the defensive group for the Barons.
No gain, second down and 10. As they break huddle, you can see Mason Lilly wide to the left side up there at the top of the screen. And on the sweep is Noah Smith. Smith across the 20. 24-yard line is where he goes out of bounds. It'll be third down and 6 at the 24 of Bermudian.
Yeah, just tough to hold those blocks that long. And a good pursuit by that Baron defense to force them out of bounds. So 3rd and 5, I mean, maybe 3rd and 6.
Yeah, 3rd and 6 back at the 24. Kind of ran out of room here on the tight side of the field with the ball spotted on this near hash. Got squeezed out at the 24 there.
And that's the thing. You don't want to do the misdirection play on this. You want to do it early in the series on 1st or 2nd down.
Weiser goes in motion. Hubbard to throw, launching it downfield. Off the left hand, incomplete, intended for Mason Lilly on the far sideline, just across midfield.
Well, let's take a look at the jostling here. Let's see what we got. See how Jordan did with the camera. Look at that. He's Johnny on the spot right there. Tough from that angle to see.
I don't think we had any contact, really. It was just slightly out of his reach. He extended that left hand and couldn't pull it in. So Heller will have to punt it away for the Eagles after a 3-and-out.
Ouch.
Heller, good kick, taken at the 48-yard line and immediately dropped there.
Yeah, that was number 33 there, Noel Gonzalez, with a nice tackle there on special teams.
And on the receiving end of that was Javier Morales. But the great coverage downfield to drop Morales right there at the 49-yard line of Bermudian Springs. 1st and 10 for the Barons.
Yeah, so 9:42 remaining until halftime.
So from the 49, handoff, taking it to the outside is Geib. Geib scored the first touchdown of the game back in the first quarter. No gain on the carry, however, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Good pursuit there by the secondary of Bermudian Springs to close off that outside run.
Yeah, it was, and but they got to string these together. You know, a 3-and-out, that was unfortunate. So the defense has got to pick up the slack here for Bermudian.
Malik Cornish, the wide out to the near sideline here. Rolling goes Capel, looking downfield, and the pressure's going to be too much. That's Drew Spielman on the sack back at the 41-yard line of Manheim Central.
We are going to get a great look at this. He just delivers a blow, gets through his man, and all of a sudden, hey, there's the quarterback. Good speed there.
Loss of 10 on the sack. Back to the 41-yard line. 3rd down and 20 for the Barons.
That's what the defense did last time to get Bermudian back on here. They forced the Barons backwards.
And even with the missed extra point, you're only down a score because you have that 2-point conversion you can use. So getting the football back quickly here would be a big plus for Bermudian.
And they're blitzing from the corner again.
And off the hands of Logan Geib. Incomplete. Back about the line of scrimmage. So 4th down and 20 at the 41, and Bermudian gets the football right back.
Well,
a lot of 3 and outs here.
Yeah, but that was the right play call. That they basically threw the ball where the corner had vacated, and unfortunately he couldn't make the grab. Otherwise, he was going to be running till next week.
Lilly and Leedy go back for the Eagles. Waiting at about their own, now they're still backpedaling to about their own 25. We see low line drive kicks from Carter Kyle. This one takes a Bermudian bounce.
Look at there.
Goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line. So the Eagles take over. Gained a little bit of yardage on the exchange of punts, and they'll be 1st and 10 at their own 42.
You know, it's so much emotion involved in a football game. And just, you know, the offense basically getting back out on the field after their defense basically just took over on that series. Hey, they're just saying it's your turn now. Every man up.
And you got a lot of guys going both ways, so it's just sort of a mindset rather than coming off the sideline and re-entering the game. Hubbard has his pass batted down. Josh Hubbard, who's a sophomore. Lane Hubbard, a senior, the quarterback, tried to come back and catch that deflected pass. It's incomplete.
It was actually a good job by the running back stepping in and stopping that blitzer up the middle, but it didn't stop them from basically getting their hand on the ball and kind of slapping it away.
Clock stops with 7:59 to go. This second quarter moving a lot slower with the exchange of punts, change of possessions, incomplete passes. On the move goes Weiser. Weiser gets across the line of scrimmage and picks up 2. It'll be 3rd down and 8.
Well, this Barron defense is, you know, let's give some kudos to those guys too. I mean, they're out there giving it 110% and have done a nice job.
So 3rd down and 8 from their own 44-yard line. And Manheim Central has too many players on the field trying to get off in time, and we've got a whistle. Braden Linder was trying to get off the field.
Called a timeout there.
Barons will take a timeout rather than get assessed the penalty, which would have made it 3rd and short. That's their 2nd timeout, I think, of the first half. Maybe not.
Yes, I believe so. I don't know. It still shows
Bermudian took a timeout.
Yeah, it still shows 2 on the scoreboard. So
Bermudian took a timeout earlier because they on that 4th down when they were looking at a 4th down conversion.
Right.
That is the first timeout for Manheim Central.
So a critical play here. Still a lot of time left in the half. 7 minutes, 16 seconds, just as you pointed out, Ed. I mean, this is kind of the second quarter's kind of ground to a halt.
What are you feeling for a play call here on 3rd and 8?
You know, they've done well with these one-on-one deep matchups, Bermudian anyway, or just a one-on-one matchup. So I'd say maybe short side of the field.
And
but across the middle.
Yeah, and it's Hubbard on the receiving end, but he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down. 1 yard to go. It'll be 4th and a yard at the 49 of Manheim Central, and the Eagles come up to the ball quickly. And the ball, I think, shot up in the air on the snap. Hubbard, though, had to control the football. Either way, it's going to go over to Manheim Central because it was 4th down, and they lost yardage regardless.
Ouch. Ouch.
Yeah, I think it was a bad snap there on the exchange, and the ball kind of shot up in the air just a bit. Hubbard dived down to recover it, but it didn't matter because a loss of 1. Manheim Central takes over at midfield, 1st and 10. Leading this ball game 14-6 with 6:57 to go in quarter number 2. Goes Hernandez in motion.
Fumble!
He lost football. Morales unable to hold on to the handoff. Recovered his own fumble back after losing 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 13 back at the 47.
Boy, he was lucky. Really lucky there.
So Moyer in the backfield. Lined up behind quarterback Capel. In motion goes Hess. Hess gets the ball. No gain on the carry.
Yeah, Dakota Logum there did a nice job on the outside, number 21.
So 3rd and 13 now. The Manheim Central 47-yard line. Thanks for joining us for the Constellation Energy Game of the Week.
Yeah, at halftime, we'll fortunately our buddy Dave Marcheski, Community Relations Manager for Constellation, couldn't make it this week, but we've got a pre-recorded interview that we had with Dave from the simulator of the control room of the 3 Mile Island nuclear plant. So,
pass complete to Morales downfield at the 43-yard line of Bermudian Springs. They'll set up a 4th down and looks to be about 3 at the 43-yard line. Looks like the offense stays on the field.
Yeah, I think the right call there.
Not sure the Manheim Central punting team would be able to pin the Eagles back with that line drive style kick they have. High snap, handoff to Moyer, and Moyer is snuffed out, losing 2 on the play, and ball goes back over to Bermudian Springs with just under 5 to go till halftime.
Looks like this high snap just kind of throws the timing of the play totally off. But again, crashing in from the end there is Logum. Wow.
So 55 yards to cover, a little under 5 minutes to work with, and 2 timeouts for Bermudian to tie things up, potentially. And the Eagles will get the second half kickoff as they won the toss and deferred to the second half. Ethan Martin slides, that's Gavin Reinert sliding up in the slot there. Quick pass across the middle. Looks like a gain of 2 on the play. 3 on the play to the 48. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Look, in a perfect world, Bermudian wants to possess this ball and run the quarter down, and because of that, touchdown 2-point conversion, and try and tie the game. So, they want to milk this clock for as much as they can.
So Hubbard picks up 3 on the 1st down carry. It's 2nd down and 7 at the 48. Hubbard straight drop looking downfield. Has his receiver, that's Heller. Heller into Manheim Central territory down to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 Eagles on the move here.
Yeah, and basically he came from the right side of the formation all the way across to the left. Wide open there.
Heller is Hubbard's favorite receiver on the season. Storm going to line up as the wideout here. Removed from the huddle. There goes Heller in motion.
Oh, fumble.
Had some problems there on
the
the
exchange.
Snap exchange, yeah. 2nd down and 10. Reinert on the recovery for the Eagles. 2nd down and 10 as we're inside 4 minutes to go. here in the first half.
Yeah. Not a lot of, sense of urgency yet. They still have 2 timeouts.
And it's 2nd down and 10. You're in Manheim Central territory.
Look at it, just an all-out blitz.
Heller
Oh, man.
is going to be wrapped up around the ankles by Morales for a loss on the play.
Watch everybody come here on the defense. Reminds me of the old Buddy Ryan 46 defense there.
Morales coming up from his secondary spot there. Loses 3 on that pass play. So now it's 3rd and 13 at the 44.
Well, they got to hurry here. I mean, they're burning clock, and, forget about that. I mean, they're going to have to call a timeout because they're not going to get the playoff in time.
We don't have play clocks in the end zones here, and they'll take that timeout.
Yeah, well, look, good timeout to get literally everybody on the same page. But down to 2:44 remaining.
And now with just 1 timeout remaining for the half. Still 44 yards away from the end zone, but more importantly, a 3rd and 13 facing the Eagles here.
Yeah, it's obviously, I think 2 down territory regardless. Let's see what Coach Livelsberger does here. I think he's done not that my opinion matters, but I really love the play call. I think he's done a wonderful job tonight in taking what the defense is giving him.
All right, here come the Eagles to the line. Storm your wide out to the near side. That's Lilly on the far side. Reinert in the backfield. To the right of Hubbard.
Oh, my God.
Hubbard goes down. As again, the blitz. Too much for the Eagles' front line.
Well, I mean, it's been all night long, just.
4th down now and 20 at the 49-yard line of Bermudian Springs.
Yeah, that was a tough one. I mean, the patterns were one, and now Manheim Central calls a timeout because they want to get the ball back. They're going to have time left on the clock for an opportunity to score.
Yeah, 2.5, 2:33 remaining in the half. Manheim Central and Bermudian both down to a single timeout here in the half.
And again, thanks to Constellation Energy for their support of our Broad Friday Night Football broadcast on Penn Live. Ed and I are going to have to pick a player of the game at the end of the game. So, hope you got some good stats there, Ed.
Well, it's a close enough game. We might have a 4th quarter play that stands out.
Sure.
And
Yet to be
makes
determined.
the decision easy, right?
Yeah, right. Yet to be determined.
All right, Braden Heller will drop back to kick this ball away. He gets good hang time on his punts.
Yes, he does.
Allows the coverage to get downfield. As Oxavia and Hernandez, both Oxavias. You've got Xavier and Isaiah back deep. And it's going to come to Xavier, Oxavia, who returned the kickoff for a touchdown earlier in this quarter. Picks up a handful of yards there up to the 29-yard line where Manheim Central will start 1st and 10.
So with 1 timeout and basically 70 yards to go here, they're clearly going to have to air it out.
Capel set to take the snap. Sends 3 wide to his right. Quick drop. Floated downfield for Morales. Incomplete. It was Hubbard on the coverage. It'll be 2nd down and 10, stopping the clock as well.
Yeah, good acting job there by Morales down the sideline there. And good defense. Looked like that was the number 14, Lane Hubbard, on the defense.
2nd down and 10 for the Barons. Play only took 5 seconds off the clock. Firing and through the hands, incomplete, intended for Dylan Henninger.
Nearly intercepted. That's the thing, valuing the football here now. I mean, Manheim Central doesn't want to, make one of those critical turnovers here deep in their own end late in the first half.
3rd down and 10 at the 29-yard line now. Just another 4 seconds off the clock this time around. Malik Cornish goes wide to the right side. It's Morales that's wide to the near side of the field here. Flag is thrown. False start against the Barons. Cost them 5 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 15, back at the 24 now.
And that will, as soon as they mark it ready for play, the clock will start. So
ball is set.
And here's the ref. Yep. And he winds the clock ready for play. See, I thought, yeah, there it goes. Clock is running. Or no, they took a second off. Now they don't know. I thought that it should wind as soon as it's marked ready for play on an offensive penalty.
Going to play it safe and keep it on the ground here.
Well, then again, remember we're in Bermudian Springs, so Bermudian. A few extra seconds will help.
Logan Geib carried the football, but comes up.
Did they go out of bounds? The clock is stopped.
Bermudian, I think, takes their final time out there to stop the clock.
I did not see that timeout call.
So gain of 9 on the play, 4th down and 11. Clock stops with 2:07 to go here in the second quarter. And Bermudian now out of timeouts for the half.
Well, I would expect an all-out attack against the kicker here.
I think his punts are blockable.
Yeah, very interesting because, his style is one that he can elude the rush.
Carter Kyle, listed as a tight end, defensive end combo, senior, back there to punt for the Barons. As Leedy and Lilly go back deep for the Eagles, standing at about their own 40. Much better kick. And taken on the fly by Leedy. Leedy wrestled down by 4 Baron defenders at the 45-yard line of Bermudian Springs.
And he got aggressive with that kick, didn't let it hit the ground.
Good coverage downfield, didn't allow him to really advance the football at all. But yeah, I agree with you. I think the thinking there was let's go for it, right? See what we can get.
Absolutely. Now, all right, minute 57.
Heller in the slot on the right side of quarterback Hubbard. Hubbard rolls that direction, looks downfield, stops and throws. Looks like the ball was tipped. It's intercepted by Jevin Carbonneau. Carbonneau with the interception at the 38-yard line of Manheim Central.
Yeah, he was looking, and he throws back across his body, which is picked off there by the up man there. He was almost triple covered, but he had to get rid of it.
Looked like the ball was tipped a little bit too, because it kind of fluttered through the air.
Well, still a minute 49 and a timeout for the Barons. This last 2 minutes and 20 seconds is taking an eternity here.
From their own 38, in motion goes Moyer. Capel looking to throw, scrambling now, tucks it under, heads downfield, picks up about 9 to the 47-yard line. Second down and 1.
That hurts. He didn't get the first down, so the clock still runs.
Manheim Central just has a single timeout, a minute and a half to play in the first half. Capel takes the snap, looks to his left, throws, and completes the pass to Henninger. Henninger inside the 30-yard line and brought down just inside the 30 for the first down. They'll stop it while they move the chains with 1:16 to go in the half.
Really good patience there by the quarterback, and look at how he just eludes that zone defense line there. Wow, great running after catch.
Great move by the sophomore Henninger. Capel scrambling, looking downfield. Loses the football as it's stripped. Still on the ground at the 25. And it's going to be recovered by Caleb Moyer.
Yeah, but the clock's still running here.
4 yards of gain on the play. Second down and 6 at the 25.
Oh, my. Right place at the right time to pick up that fumble.
Capel fires right. Quick tackle after the catch. Pass complete to Cody Hess. Manheim Central using their final timeout of the first half.
Well, it's third down, so they've got – that's their final timeout. So they're going to have to throw, I think, into the end zone here.
Third down and 2.
Well, third down and 2, right. I mean, they can get the first down with a short pass.
Yeah, maybe you call 2 plays here on the sideline, and if you pick up the first down, you hustle up to the line of scrimmage. Perhaps you spike the football. Hard to say.
Yeah, there's still a lot of time, 31.9.
Yeah, and you have this opportunity, to work that out. Like I say, a couple plays in advance.
This has been a whale of the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, we're getting our money's worth here in the second quarter.
We sure are.
First quarter moved along pretty well. Second quarter,
not so much.
A lot of trading the football back and forth. Third down and 2 from the 21. Capel the snap, steps in the pocket, throws downfield, and broken up. Hubbard there on the coverage. It'll be 4th and 2. Clock stops with just under 27 seconds to go.
Well, this was rifled right in there. The defender didn't even turn around to look at the ball.
I think Hubbard had good position there.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
but he had his back to the quarterback the entire time. So unless they get that first down, this is the last play of the first half.
Reading those eyes. 4th down and 2. Capel standing in the pocket, throws, has the first down as he completes it to Cody Hess on the far sideline. Hess, I think, is able to step out of bounds, stopping the clock. So 1st and 10 at the 17.
21.5. I mean, they could still throw a pass in the center of the field, not make a touchdown, and still be able to get another playoff.
2 wide to either side. Capel pulls down the snap, looks, fires for the corner of the end zone. Oh, well out of the reach of Cody Hess.
Yeah.
Back out of the corner of the end zone, in fact. Second down and 10, 15 seconds to go.
Yeah, smart play there. If your man can't get it, make sure nobody can get it.
So second down and 10 at the 17. Capel gets the call from the sideline, now brings it to the rest of his offensive unit. Sends Henninger wide to the right side, 3 come wide to the left. Has a juggle of the snap, rolls to his right, throwing downfield, incomplete.
Oh.
Noah Leedy among those there on the coverage. It'll be 3rd down and 10 with just under 9 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, good defense there. Looked like that was number 4. Yeah, Noah Leedy with a good job
and injured. As Hess fills the slot on the right side. Capel scrambling, trying to buy time, and it's going to be brought down.
Yeah, that's going to end the half.
The time will expire, and the first half comes to a close. After one half of play, our score is Manheim Central 14, Bermudian Springs 6. Here with the Constellation Energy Game of the Week. Ed Ark, Bruce Badgley, Jordan Piper
there manning the camera. And how big was that stop by Bermudian Springs there at the end of the half?
Big defensive series there to be able to keep them out of the end zone. Couple of throws into the end zone, couple of passes broken up. Keeps it a one-score game, and Bermudian should start the second half with the football.
Yeah, and I think that makes all the difference. I mean, so now Bermudian, we've talked about the ebbs and flows of the momentum of this game. Right now, I'd have to say it's in Bermudian's court after that great stop on defense and now getting the ball.
Hey, they're right in this ball game despite the ups and downs. So to be in a good football game at halftime, playing two divisions up, AAA against 5A.
Yeah,
I think you're feeling pretty good going into the locker room if you're Coach John Leivelsberger.
Yeah, I think feeling pretty good. And I tell you what, we're going to go to some interviews and videos, and we will be back in a little bit at halftime. So stick with us.
Superintendent Dr. Joshua White, the principal, Ms. Megan Flinchbaugh, assistant principal, Mr. Eric Byler, assistant principal, Mr. Scott Govern, athletic and activities director, without whose support tonight's performance would it be possible.
As the nation's largest producer of clean and reliable American-made energy, Constellation is wherever you are. From families to corner stores to manufacturers to the biggest data centers. We meet the nation's energy needs by generating emissions-free electricity today and for our future. Powering America's growing economy every minute, every day. As the nation's largest producer of clean and reliable American-made energy, Constellation is wherever you are. From families to corner stores to manufacturers to the biggest data centers. We meet the nation's energy needs by generating emissions-free electricity today and for our future.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Chris.
Constellation, a major sponsor of our high school sports, our high school football live streaming this season. We have 10 really exciting games this year that I know I'm looking forward to. Excited to have Constellation opening these up for free, allowing everybody in the community to be able to watch these for free. Dave, what is it about high school football, high school sports in this community that Constellation want to be a part of?
No, that's a great question, Chris. You know, people ask you, what's your favorite season? You like summer? You like winter? I love football season. And around this community, it's huge. So we are proud to be a sponsor of high school football. Nothing gets the community together more than a high school football game. You've got the band, you've got the cheerleaders, you've got the football players, friends, family, community members coming together underneath Friday Night Lights. Right. It's a great atmosphere, and really be proud to sponsor it.
Anything in particular you're looking forward to? Any predictions? Anything you're looking forward to this season?
We've got 10 great matchups throughout the season, all within our backyard here. We've got Hershey, we've got Middletown, we have Donegal, we even got Trinity out there. A lot of great teams this year. Looking forward to some great action on the gridiron. Can't wait.
Tell me a little bit more about Constellation and your efforts here. What do you want the people to know about the stuff that you have going on?
So as a community relations manager, I love getting out in the community, talking about Crane Clean Energy Center, the restart project that we're doing here. So my role, we're committed to $1 million over the next 5 years. This year alone, we've given out $200,000 to different area organizations and charities for workforce development here. We're kind of overseeing the project. We're on track now for June 2027 timeframe to be ready to restart. We're going to have 730 full-time employees here. We've got more than 3,400 contractors and labor coming from all over the area working on this project right now to bring safe, reliable energy to the grid for the area here.
Now, you played high school football back in the day, right?
I did. I played for Pottstown High School, 2002 Pac-10 champs. It's been a while.
Yeah. No, that's exciting. Favorite memory, favorite story? What was it about high school football that you loved back then?
It's getting me juiced up a little bit now thinking about it. But, Friday nights, running out of that tunnel, bursting through that paper, you got the band playing, people cheering you on. I think, having those Friday night lights is a special moment for any player that gets to go out there and play a game that they love. I think the teammates that you have, the camaraderie in the locker room, those are some of the best moments that last a lifetime. And look, I'm 40 years old, still thinking about it now, so it's great.
Of course, yeah, no, I feel the same way. Yeah, like I said, really looking forward to this season. We've got 10 great games that Constellation is sponsoring. Like I said, free, open to the public to be able to view, thanks to Constellation. Thank you very much. And if there's anything else you want anything else you want people to know about what Constellation has going.
Yeah, so I'm going to be coming out to the games, so look for me, come up to me, ask me any questions you got.
Each week we'll have a game of the week sponsored by Constellation, free, open to the public. And be sure to check out PennLive each week to look for all that great stuff. Thanks a lot. Thanks again.
Hey, thanks, Chris. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
see you out there.
Welcome back. We're here at Alumni Field on the campus of Bermudian Springs High School. Ed Ark, Bruce Badgley, Jordan Piper here to bring you all the action this evening. Our score is Manheim Central 14, Bermudian Springs 6. And Bruce, we're gearing up for a really probably exciting second half because Bermudian just hanging tough.
Yeah, hanging in there. I mean, what do they talk about, the underdog, and clearly Bermudian the underdog, a 3A school playing a 5A school. They're just hanging around. And that's all they tell these guys. It's still a one-score game. And I think that means everything. I think that big defensive stand to close out the first half by Bermudian gives them all the momentum coming into the second half.
And, I mean, you've got a pair of 1 and 2 teams that are getting set to enter conference play, still playing outside of their respective conferences. Manheim Central in the Lancaster-Lebanon League and Bermudian Springs in the York-Adams League 3. And so really trying to set the tone, have that momentum. Bermudian won last week. Manheim Central on a 2-game losing streak, first time away from home this season. So really probably still, even though it's week 4, trying to establish their identity moving into the second half, almost the second half of the season when you think about it, because it's
hard
a
to
10-week
imagine.
season.
I mean, my God, it just seems like we got started, and we're getting into conference play and already looking at power rankings, and, that's crazy stuff.
Where will you be next week?
Next week it's Ephrata and Elizabethtown, believe it or not.
Okay.
So back to the Lancaster-Lebanon League flavor, and I think that's like fan appreciation night. I don't know. I have to check with my buddy Dave Marcheski, but I think that they were talking about some special events next week that I'm sure everybody will get to hear about in the coming days.
And we had the Constellation Energy T-shirt toss between the first and second quarter here. So some of the Bermudian Springs fans in front of us were able to snag some T-shirts that were thrown up into the stands by the cheerleaders.
And we'll have to come up, you and I, Ed, with a Constellation Player of the Game and that. So
well, let's recap the scoring and throw
sure.
out a couple of numbers,
yeah.
names into the mix here. In the first quarter, with 8:48 to go, Logan Geib scored on a 22-yard run. Found some space on the left side of the line and down the far sideline. The extra point was good, so that made it 7-0 in favor of Manheim. Then in the second quarter with 11:01 to go, it was Braden Heller on a 7-yard run for the score, but a bad snap on the extra point that sort of just skidded along the turf, and no kick was ever attempted. In fact, Heller picked it up and just kind of
tried to
grounded
run
it. So that made it 7-6 in favor of Manheim Central early in the second quarter. And then on the return kickoff with Xavier Oxeva scooping it up off the turf, kind of threw off the coverage timing. He goes 73 yards. Manheim Central converts the extra point, and that brings us to the halftime score of 14-6 in favor of Manheim Central.
Well, and even let's throw Dakota Lockman in there on the defense for Bermudian Springs. He had a really good first half, and that on the defensive side. Also for Bermudian, Drew Spielman, I think, has really wreaked havoc in there and had a big sack. So, that Bermudian defense has stood tall today.
Here's an opportunity for Bermudian to come out of the locker room and snag the momentum to start the second half as they'll receive the second half kickoff. And the kickoff bounces about a yard deep in the end zone for the touchback. It'll come out to the 20-yard line where the Eagles offense will start 1st and 10.
That is so valuable in high school football, being able to put it in the end zone for a touchback. It is very, quite honestly, uncommon, and I think it pays enormous dividends when you've got a kicker and he's got a good leg, and when it comes down to end of games, that really affects your play calling. If you aren't in a scoring position.
Well, and one of the differences still being in high school football, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line.
That is right.
So it doesn't leave the offense with great field position to start. So Lane Hubbard sets up his offense. Gavin Reinert, the back in the backfield. Noah Smith a little late joining the formation here. He'll line up in the slot to Hubbard's right. Hubbard calling his own number. Didn't get much of a lead block from Reinert. Loses a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
See, and look, it's just me here, okay? And I've never been a football coach. But you know what? You have an entire half to go in there and diagram a play that you just want to come out and go for the jugular. Why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you, have some trick pass play or just throwing it deep when everybody's still trying to, wake up from sitting on a bench for 20 minutes?
You got a lot of quick guys on Bermudian's offense, like a reverse maybe or a double reverse.
Sure, absolutely.
Like you say,
we
add a little flash or flare
Yeah.
to the play.
Those bottom of the playbook plays, I call them.
Weiser
Ooh.
goes in motion.
That just got blown up right from the start there. Oh, my. I think that was Ryan Whistler who just –
Hubbard had to be kind of peeled up off the turf. In fact, he's reaching back to his back there as he gets up off the artificial surface here.
Yeah.
Gets a yard back, actually, on that. I don't know what we'll actually call it. It's 3rd down and 10, though. Can't really call it a run because it never really developed. So 3rd down and 10 from the 20. Hubbard going to roll left and look downfield, throwing, and out of the hands of Noah Weiser. Sophomore, unable to hold on. It'll be 4th down and 10. And so that possession only lasts about 1 minute and 30 seconds, and Bermudian will have to kick it away.
Yeah, well, let's see. It looks like back there, number 21 there, Oxiva.
Yeah, that's Xavier Oxiva.
And I don't know who. I can't see the other players.
That's Isaiah Oxiva.
And a bad snap and hammered in there, number 20.
Back at the 5-yard line, Blake Myers goes down.
Couldn't field that bad snap, and bam. Oh, my. That was a Jevon Carbonneau. Right, Johnny, on the spot. And look at here. It's been special teams that has been the Achilles heel tonight for Bermudian.
And Carbonneau had an interception for the Barons earlier in the ball game. Off the left tackle and into the end zone for the touchdown is Logan Geib, his 2nd score of the night. From 9 yards out, adding to the Barons' lead.
I mean, how deflating, for Bermudian there. You're getting ready to punt. Unfortunately, Manheim takes advantage of a bad snap in the first play, right for the jugular, and a touchdown.
Chacon comes in to attempt the extra point. And the kick is up and splits the uprights. 10-12 remaining 3rd quarter. Barons extend their lead. It's now Manheim Central 21 and Bermudian Springs 6.
Incredible how, the momentum. We've been talking about the ebbs and flows of the momentum of this game. And again, we've just got it going in the opposite direction. Bermudian came out, after the half with just every opportunity there. And the Barons just snuffed out that offensive series, get the turnover on the kick, and the first play, a touchdown. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really abrupt swing. We thought Bermudian Springs coming out of the locker room, getting the second half kickoff was enough to kind of jumpstart the momentum on their side, but that bad snap, quick score, didn't waste any time. Now the Eagles down by 2 scores. Kickoff again, going to bounce about a yard deep. So like you said, Bruce, poor field position for Bermudian Springs to start. They'll come out to the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, absolutely. What a weapon that is to have a kicker, like that.
Not a whole lot of wind here tonight. A little bit of breeze at the back of Manheim Central for the third quarter, helping carry that kickoff into the end zone.
So let's see what Bermudians got left in the tank.
Yeah, well, keep an eye on body language because sometimes that gives you a good idea of where the mindset is for a team.
Yeah, I'd like to see something, deep or a pass or some trickeration here.
Weiser in the slot near side. Looks that direction. The pass is thrown to Hubbard. Hubbard tries to turn it upfield.
What was interesting, after Hubbard threw the pass to the receiver kind of cut in, but Hubbard kind of cut around behind. It was almost like it could have been a hook and lateral.
So it was Lane Hubbard to Josh Hubbard. Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. Both Hubbards at 6'1". Lane Hubbard, the quarterback, has about 25 extra pounds on him compared to his younger brother, the sophomore. Wide left side goes Mason Lilly, well away from the rest of scrimmage. Quick flip. That's going to be Noah Smith.
Manheim's done a good job all night kind of stringing those plays out, and they did it there. They sealed off the edge, forced the runner back inside, plenty of pursuit.
And Smith able to gain 3 on the play. Well, we'll give him 4 up to the 27, making it 3rd down and 3 at the 27-yard line. Comes Lane Hubbard back to the huddle. Josh Hubbard was on the sideline. Now lines up here close to the near side.
Clock running, 8:40 you see on your screen there.
2
remaining in quarter 3.
2 receivers wide to each side. That's Weiser in motion. Hubbard has the 1st down and more. Gets across the 30 up to the 33-yard line. It will be the Eagles football after the 1st down at their own 33 now.
Good, man in motion, gets out there and doesn't really do much other than a decoy. And a nice run there for the 1st down.
Cole Bretz comes in from the sideline. Slide in at linebacker, or actually defensive end on the left side of the Manheim Central line. Going to see Ja'Kai Hill-Ekman wide. Hasn't seen a lot of snaps here tonight, but he's wide to the near sideline. There goes Weiser in motion. Weiser with the carry. Nice pickup on 1st down as he gets across the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and again, we talked about the fact that Bermudian needed time of possession to keep this game close. And I like the fact that they're not just totally abandoning the ground game here.
Yeah, throughout the season, they've balanced pass and rush pretty well. Just about even in each category. 2nd down and 3 at the 41-yard line. Hubbard steps up and holding on to the football for the 1st down is Mason Lilly, the senior wide receiver, making the grab at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, 1st down.
Inside.
In some traffic there.
Inside 7 minutes to go, 3rd quarter of play. Bermudian really needs to strike gold on this possession, I think. Otherwise, it's really an uphill climb.
I would totally agree with you, especially if they're going to burn clock like they're burning already. I mean, they made they've kind of burned their ships as far as, this drive is what's going to dictate maybe the rest of this game.
In that 2nd quarter, we saw a lot of 3 and outs on both sides of the football. This is a nice prolonged drive as Hubbard carries, has a 1st down and more into Barron territory. And down to the 40-yard line goes Lane Hubbard.
Boy, Manheim Central is just really selling out. I mean, they're blitzing their linebackers right up the gut, and that time Hubbard just kind of went around him there for a nice gain.
Looks like we have a flag behind the play. The official on the far sideline repositioning the flag.
My, oh, my.
Rocking the whole press box.
I know. What is? I mean, it's the fans like pounding their feet in the bleachers.
I
mean,
guess.
it sounds like they're on the top of the press box.
All right, so the hold is going to be marked off from the 47-yard line
my.
of Manheim Central. So instead of another first down, they'll take the football back to the 43 of Bermudian. It'll be first down and 13 back at the 43 of the Eagles. One wide to the near sideline here. There goes Weiser, and see if they were able to draw the Barons offsides. It is going to be an offside call. Make it first down and 8. Sort of a strange combination to say, but first down and 8 now at the 48.
Well, you know, we have had a few penalties today. I mean, for both sides. It hasn't been the cleanest of games in that regard.
Most of those are at the line of scrimmage. A couple of holds, but a lot of false starts and a couple of offsides. As Weiser carries the football back into Barron territory to the 49. It'll be second down and 5. And we've got an injured Barron for the moment. So they stop the clock.
You know, we haven't heard from our man Jordan Piper all game long, man. I mean, eat that microphone. And what are you thinking that Bermudian's got to do here?
Yeah, I think they should run the ball. I think they've had a lot of success this drive. Still time.
Hey, we have to give him credit for all the good shots he's getting.
Oh, my God. He's been tremendous
That's where his focus is.
Thank you.
That's why we have a good broadcast. It certainly isn't
Absolutely.
because of me, like, like gagging on this microphone because, I mean, this cold I've got, my, oh, my. It's been a little bit tough, but appreciate you, Ed. You've been carrying the load tonight.
Second down and 6 at midfield. Eagles come to the line. Hill Ekman wide to the near sideline. A look in this direction. Hit Weiser. Gets a block. Breaks a tackle. Inside the 40 and down to the 37-yard line. Goes Weiser. Nice run after the catch on the short pass.
Really nice block downfield there by number 44, Deal. Springs him loose.
Took a while to pull Weiser down.
Yeah.
I think that was Logan Miller, the defensive back, that was able to pull him down from behind and stop Weiser from maybe breaking it all the way.
Boy, they've been burning a lot of clock now. I mean, we're down to 4:35 remaining in the third.
But the drive's still alive for the Eagles, who trail by 15, 21-6. Noah Smith off the right side for a couple, down close to the 35-yard line. Yeah, there's no hurry.
No
rush in the Eagles offense.
And rightfully so. I mean, what they're trying to do is shorten. They need to shorten this game. Okay, granted it's a 2-score game, but they've got to continue to work to shorten the game and keep the ball away from Manheim Central. So it remains a 2-score game.
Second down and 8 at the 35-yard line of Manheim Central. Eagles come to the ball under 4 minutes to go, third quarter, trailing by 15. Hand off to Smith again. Smith finds some running room. Kind of that change of direction, coming in motion from the left side, turning it up the right side. Down inside the 30-yard line. It'll be third down and 3.
A really nice job there on the trap play. That was Reinert with a nice block there on the trap. Gavin Reinert.
Reinert, your lone setback beside quarterback Hubbard. Opening up the hole. There goes Lilly wide to the left. can see Reinert, the lone setback. Hubbard under center. Again, it's going to be Smith. That play works again. Repeat call. First down, Eagles at the 22.
Why not? I mean, they've been doing that all night. I mean, the plays that are working, they keep running them until they stop them. Look at there. He's not touched till almost 6 yards downfield.
I think Jordan sent that play down to the sideline.
You got
He's the guy there said keep on running, and that's what
Right.
they're doing.
They tried a third time. This time, Manheim Central sniffed it out. Smith gets dropped for a loss of a pair back to the 34-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 12. Went to the well once too often there.
Boy, down to almost 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Just imperative that they get this in the end zone, Ed, I think.
I agree, Bruce. And it's up to the Manheim Central defense to stop them short of that goal, get the ball back, and allow the Barron offense to take some time off the clock. Hubbard to go to the end zone, and Josh Hubbard couldn't get there, incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 12.
Well, again, Reiner with a great block on the blitzing linebacker at least gives Hubbard an opportunity to get the ball in the air.
Oxavia there on the coverage. Clock stops with 1:50 to go, 3rd quarter. Hill Ekman will replace Hubbard out there at wide receiver on the near sideline.
Fans really getting into it below us on the Bermudian side.
3rd down and 12. And we had a little bit of twitching and motion there along the line.
Yep.
It's going to be a false start against the Eagles. That'll cost them 5. Saw a little bit of motion on both sides of the ball, but it started on Bermudian side, and it'll cost them the false start penalty. Make it 3rd and 17 back at the 29. Wide out either way. Weiser in the slot to the left. Some movement, no flag this time. Quick pass to Gavin Reinert. Reinert downfield, near sideline, driven out of bounds. At the 23-yard line, it'll be 3rd down and make it 4th down and 10 at the 23.
Yeah, I mean, good play design. That wall was just set up a little bit further down the field, but still a good gain.
Field goal doesn't do you much good here at this point in the game, so they'll go for it. 4th and a long 10 at the 23-yard line.
Well, in a game of big plays, this is the biggest so far.
Josh Hubbard back in at wide receiver on the near side. Mason Lilly goes wide left, and again it's Weiser in the slot. Reinert in the backfield, staying in the block. Hubbard throws for the end zone. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there. Pass intended for Mason Lilly on the post route, but overthrown by about 8 or so yards. And the ball will go over on downs to Manheim Central with 1:38 remaining here in quarter number 3.
Well, for all that clock, that Bermudian used up, what they need to force right now is a 3 and out so that they can get good field position. So this field that they flipped on that good possession, they can just take over. So big defensive stand here now for Bermudian.
Capel takes the snap, hands the football off to Hess. Coming out of that slot position and sweeping to the near sideline here. Gets up to the 26 for a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, no hurry here by Manheim Central.
Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts remaining here in the second half. Coming up to the final minute of the third quarter. Manheim Central, second down and 7, trying to preserve this 21-6 lead. Handoff goes to Moyer. Moyer up close to the 30-yard line. Third down and 4.
Yeah, look, definitely a running formation to the left there. Wow, look at that lead block all the way through the hole there by number 56. I believe that was Sean Miguel. I mean, wow, that's the right guard leading through the hole there and ends up throwing a block 5 yards downfield.
Miguel, 5'7", 235-pound junior, helping to open up that hole. Third down and 4. Capel under pressure, throwing for the near sideline, throws it out of bounds. On the rush there was Preston Gladfelder. Fourth down and 4.
13.5 seconds left. And again, how many times have we said this tonight? This Bermudian defense standing tall, in fact, pushing Manheim Central back.
And back deep for the Eagles go Leedy and Lilly as Carter Kyle comes on to punt. Last kick was much better than his earlier two this evening. Angling toward the far side, gets a good kick away, and it's taken by Leedy. Leedy then dropped as the return didn't open up on the left side. He's dropped at the 45-yard line, and it'll be Bermudian Springs 1st and 10 at their own 45 with just under 7 seconds to go in the third quarter.
But still, really good starting field position.
Might have to pick up the pace on this series of downs.
Yeah, clearly.
Our score, if you're just joining us, Manheim Central 21, Bermudian Springs 6, here at Alumni Field on the campus of Bermudian Springs High School. Pretty spacious campus here with the brand new middle school
I'm
just
just
across the parking lot.
Beautiful when we drove in here. Very impressed.
1st and 10. Pitch to Noah Smith. This coming from wide, a little bit wider, but that same sweeping action to the right side. Gets 3 yards to end the third quarter of play. So after 3 quarters, it's Manheim Central 21, Bermudian Springs 6. And let's hear from Constellation Energy, who's bringing you tonight's game here on PennLive.
Constellation, we bring the energy, powering America's growing economy every minute, every day. As the nation's largest producer of clean and reliable American-made energy, Constellation is wherever you are. From families to corner stores to manufacturers to the biggest data centers. We meet the nation's energy needs by generating emissions-free electricity today and for our future.
Welcome back to Alumni Field here at Bermudian Springs High School. Our score, Manheim Central 21, Bermudian Springs 6. Eagles with the football facing a second down and 7 at their own 48-yard line as we switch sides to start the fourth quarter of play. Logan Geib, 2 touchdowns tonight for the Barons. Also, Xavier Oxavia with a 73-yard touchdown kickoff return to account for the 3 Baron scores. Braden Heller, a 7-yard touchdown run, putting the Eagles on the board, but their extra point failed.
Yeah, and I want to thank Bermudian Springs Athletic Director John Defoe and everybody for the hospitality tonight. Everybody has been fantastic. We really appreciate it.
And again, thanks to Constellation Energy for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Handoff again to Smith. Trying to sweep around that right end, but unable to do so. Couldn't turn the corner, loses 2. Back to the 46. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
That's the definition of getting smothered, I think.
Yeah, when he turned the corner, there was a blanket of white to smother him. Third down and 9.
Let's see what the Eagles can do here now.
Hubbard the snap, straight drop, looks downfield, had some time, couldn't get it to Noah Smith. Smith was double teamed over there on the coverage. Xavier Oxavia, in addition to his touchdown, his kickoff return for the touchdown, he's played a pretty key role in the defensive backfield. He's been the man there on the coverage on a lot of these broken up pass plays.
Yeah, he sure has, and you're only making only saying that our decision is going to be pretty difficult in picking a player of the game if we had to pick it right now.
Might have to play rock, paper, scissors to pick the winner.
Yeah.
On the return is Xavier Oxavia. Loose football, nope, after the whistle. Oxavia gets the return up to the 36-yard line. So Oxavia, well, they're going to move it back to the 33 on the final spot, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Barons at their own 33.
Manheim sets up at that 33-yard line.
On 1st down. On the carry there. Out of the stack is Morales on the carry. Gain 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, and you have to believe right now Manheim's in the position of just wanting to salt this one away. But you never, when I say that, teams always throw the ball.
Hess goes in motion. Handoff. On the carry, it's Geib.
Oh, my.
Geib dropped from behind. Good pursuit there by Cameron Hackman.
Yeah, Hackman, a really nice job there.
Injured Eagle at the 42-yard line.
Number 55, Cameron Hackman, tracking him down.
And I think we may have I think it's just a cramp, or let's hope so.
Gain of 2 on the carry up to the 41, leaving a 3rd down and 2.
I think we're going to go to a little timeout here from Constellation Energy.
We bring the energy, powering America's growing economy every minute, every day. As the nation's largest producer of clean and reliable American-made energy, Constellation is wherever you are. From families to corner stores to manufacturers to the biggest data centers. We meet the nation's energy needs by generating emissions-free electricity today and for our future.
Kane Kleindienst walks off the field with his helmet, able to get up on his own, so that's a good sign. While we were away, a penalty was assessed against the Manheim Central. Back to the 31-yard line goes the football, and it'll be 2nd down and 12 for the Barons. The way they marked it off, it appeared like maybe it was a hold.
Yeah, something, right, because it was a spot foul.
Yep, never saw the flag. A little bit of glare off the turf, but in any case, 2nd down and 12. Capel completes the pass to Morales. Up the far sideline, has enough for the 1st down as he gets up to the 45-yard line. Nice run after the catch on the short pass, and it's 1st and 10 Barons at their own 45.
Yeah, really good speed there and runs through a couple of tackles for extra yardage.
9.5 to play here. It's Manheim Central 21, Bermudian Springs 6. Hess goes in motion. Hand off up the middle goes Geib. Geib going to be your workhorse, I think, down the stretch here.
Yeah, I have to believe that.
Picks up 7, second down and 3.
Yeah, and I believe if Coach Hahn puts the ball in the air, it's going to be that same high percentage, just kind of little flare pass, nothing across the middle that might get intercepted.
So second down and 7. Geib averages 36 yards a carry, gets the call there and loses 2. Haven't put the ball in his hands a whole heck of a lot so far this evening, but now in this run the clock out, ball control offense, probably see him get a lot of carries as it's third down and 5 now at midfield.
Looks like that was Preston Gladfelter who got in and disrupted that one.
Third and 5 at midfield. Pair of receivers to either side. Running back in the slot to the right. Capel to throw. Downfield. Has a man and just off the fingertips of of Javier Morales. Morales at about the 20. Can't haul it in.
Clean pocket there. And I mean, just out of his reach.
Clock stops with 8:03 to play. Fourth down and 5. Manheim Central will kick it away and pin Bermudian back deep.
Yeah, I'm kicking here.
So Leedy and Lilly back. Ball, low live drive kick, bouncing well in front. Rolls right to Leedy. He wisely picks it up since it was right in his breadbasket to begin with. At the 15-yard line, so Bermudian pinned back pretty deep at their own 15-yard line, trailing by 15 with 7:54 to play here in the fourth quarter. Eagles offense comes back out on the field. Going to need to move the football quickly downfield as they're 85 yards away from the end zone. See Noel Gonzalez coming into the huddle. Also Adam Altice.
Well, this is clearly bottom of the playbook time.
Josh Hubbard passes the play off to Lane Hubbard. Shares it in the huddle as the Eagles now come to the line. Lilly goes way wide. Quick pitch. On the move goes Gonzalez. Across the 15 and up to about the 19-yard line for a gain of 4. It'll be second down and 6.
Yeah, you know, that Manheim Central defense, they've done a really good job just keeping everything in front of them tonight on both the defensive line and in the secondary.
Yeah, really containing the offense between, well, outside the tackle box, but certainly between the tackles. Not a whole lot of running room. Not a lot of big plays. Geib's 22-yard run in the first quarter for a touchdown for Manheim Central was one of their big runs. But, yeah, other than the kickoff return, not a lot of big plays in this game really at all.
No. Very workmanlike performance.
Inside 7 to go. Smith goes in motion. And a whistle. Delay of game against the Eagles. Second time they've been called for that. Nearly a third time when they took a timeout right before a delay.
Yeah.
Being very methodical with their play calling, but this time it sends them back. Be second down and 11, back at the 14-yard line, and the clock restarts after the ball is set.
I think these are T-shirts being thrown.
I think these are little footballs.
Oh, little footballs.
Yeah,
okay.
T-shirts went out just before this.
Okay.
So, lots of goodies for the fans. Another flag.
Yeah, I think there were two boxes of stuff being thrown out tonight.
Yeah, there goes a T-shirt over there to our right. So,
I tell you what, and they're big too. I mean, you certainly don't want to be hit with one of those things.
pay attention. It's like you hear at a baseball game. Things leave the playing field, so you have to always be on your guard.
Well, at least it isn't like the PIAA championships where they've got that gun with, powered by air, that air gun that fires stuff. I mean, man, you got to get out of your way for that.
I'm afraid if you fired one of those off here, it would go over the press box and probably land on the high school roof behind us.
I would guess so.
The 5-yard penalty assessed against Manheim Central.
Ooh, busted play.
Yeah, Hubbard forced to try and make something out of it. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll be 3rd down and 6 at we'll call it 3rd down and 5 at the 19-yard line as we approach the halfway mark of the 4th quarter, with Manheim Central preserving that 15-point lead.
Yeah, and preserving is the right word here. They're, this defense is just making sure that, they're backpedaling first and keeping everything in front of them.
3rd down and 5 as the Eagles come to the line.
10-yard cushion out here on the outside at minimum for these receivers.
Weiser in the slot near side. Hubbard throws far sideline, has his man out of bounds with the 1st down as Mason Lilly stops the clock with 5:36 to go as they advance the football to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Hubbard, I mean, what a warrior. He has really gotten beaten up tonight from running the football and standing in the pocket. I mean, he hasn't had a clean pocket at all tonight. Manheim Central has really harassed him, and he stood in there tall.
And back there on defense in the secondary as well. Yeah, most high school football players don't get much of a breather when they go two ways, even in a quarterback situation here. Out into the flat, pass complete to Smith.
Ooh.
Smith thought he had another opportunity, a second life there, but his knee was down at the 36-yard line. They'll spot it 2 yards short of a first. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Clock continues to roll as we're nearing 5 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, now I need a sense of urgency there, just getting the play call in.
Thanks for tuning in to the Constellation Energy Game of the Week here on Penn Live. Ed Ark, Bruce Badgley, Jason Piper, bringing you all the action from Alumni Field. Jordan Piper.
There you
Excuse
go.
me, Jordan.
I thought you were making a joke.
Joke's on me. 2nd down and 2. And,
fumble!
Yeah, we had some confusion on who was going to take the handoff. Shot off of Weiser, recovered by Josh Hubbard. Or actually recovered by Noah Smith. Noah Smith, number 5. Back at the 29-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 10. More importantly, you can see that clock down there in the corner. 4:15 remaining here in the ball game.
Yeah, and and this only being a 2-score game, it seems like since Manheim got that early touchdown here in the second half, they have really clamped down.
Yeah, less than 2 minutes into the second half. Pass out to Weiser. Weiser not able to advance the football after the catch. Bermudian, I think, will keep their offense out there. Since they're down 2 scores, they do have 3 timeouts remaining. Clock continues to roll as we approach 3.5 to play. And a 4th down and 9 for the Eagles at their own 30-yard line. Ja'Kai Hill-Ekman will re-enter the ball game as all 11 head to the huddle. Hill-Ekman gets the play and comes to the near sideline as the wideout. In the slot comes Noah Weiser. Now they're going to switch as Lilly comes near side and Hill Ekman goes to the far side. Down to 3 minutes, though. This play taking a long time to develop. Hubbard, straight drop, throwing downfield long and well out of the reach of the intended receiver, Hill Ekman, incomplete. Make sure there's no flag on the field.
Everybody's kind of meandering around out on the field there.
Going to keep an eye on the official here as he walks this direction.
Not entirely sure there.
Again, it's sometimes hard to pass interference.
Wow.
Flag was thrown on the far sideline, and that should be enough for a first down.
That would be. Oh, my.
So Hill Ekman draws the flag as he ran that route down the far sideline. Explains why he was well short of the pass as he was the intended receiver. So they'll mark the penalty off. 2:54 remaining. Penalty stops the clock, as does the first down. And the Eagles will get possession at the 45-yard line. The officials are without a football. Now they get one from the sideline here. So they're going to have to stop the clock until they get a football to place.
So with that last penalty, the ball was responded at 45-yard line.
All right, so we're all squared away. Ball is placed at the 45 on the far hash. 2:54 remaining. Eagles ready at the line. Lilly in the slot. Josh Hubbard wide to the near sideline. Lane Hubbard going to scramble this way and be dropped as the blitz is applied. Cody Hess comes from his outside linebacker spot to sack or drop Lane Hubbard for a loss, depending upon how you want to take a look at it. But it's a loss of 8 on the play, back to the 37-yard line. It'll be second down and 18.
Just a great job by those linebackers timing the snap. And I tell you what, that reminds me so much of the old 46 defense run by the Chicago Bears, where they're just sending everybody.
Noah Smith had to quickly exit the field. Passes out of the reach of the 6-foot Ja'Kai Hill Ekman. That stops the clock with 2:15 to go.
All right, we
Third
have to
down and 18.
We have to really get down and dirty now on who we think. We won't do it live on the air, but I just need to have you point to your stat sheet there.
Well, I mean, I'll let you break the tie. It's either got to be because of the big play, yep, and defense, contributing on defense. Do you let that out before we leave, or
we do. We let that out before we leave.
But we don't want to jinx anything.
No, that's correct. I mean, the first, I'll be honest with you. I've never had that happen in all the times that I've done football or basketball. Where you've named somebody and then have to change it because the outcome of the game has changed or something.
Jevin Carbonneau breaking through the offensive line, offsides. So 5-yard penalty marched off against the Barons. Third down and 13. Hubbard has time, throws downfield. First time he tried to reach Jordan Ayers. Ayers unable to bring that one in the secondary of Manheim Central, so it'll be fourth down and 13. Might be the last ditch effort here for the Eagles.
Yep.
Trailing by 15 with just over 2 minutes to go, 2:09 remaining in the ball game. Ayers is the wide out to the near sideline. Lilly in the slot. 2 wide to the far side of the field as well. Hubbard, just a 3-man rush. Airs it out. Intends the pass for Weiser on the far sideline. Incomplete. And the ball will go over to the Barons, first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Well, Coach Dave Hahn and the Barons, I think, can finally take a breath. This one, we talk about, clearly Manheim Central, the heavy prohibitive favorite in this game. And, Bermudian Springs just hung around.
Played tough, good defense.
But yet, it was self-inflicted wounds, with the special teams guffaws. That's really what, caused the complexion of the game to really turn.
Moyer picks up a pair as they work to run out the clock here inside 2 minutes to go. Yeah, a couple of miscues by Bermudian, including the missed extra point. As you say, really contributed to their downfall
missed extra
here
point
tonight.
and a bad stamp on a punt. That's what cost them.
Yeah, deep in their own territory on top of it.
Yep.
2nd down and 9. Long count. Again, it's Moyer. Left side for another yard.
Let's not sell Bermudian short either. This was the Section 3 York Adams champion last year. They're defending champs. And they're going to come in, next week when they open their conference schedule and expect to go out there and win it again.
And I mean, playing up 2 divisions here in your last game before the conference or league play starts, really challenging themselves here at home to get themselves ready for that York Adams 3 opener next week.
Yeah, and let's give kudos to Manheim Central, in playing them. All the risk is at Manheim Central. I mean, literally, it's a power rankings disaster if they would happen to lose this game. But they have not, and they're going to go and carry on another week and move to 2-2.
And not to mention the long bus ride to get here.
Yeah, right.
All right, are you going to?
No, you can announce it.
All right, so we're going to give our Constellation Energy player of the game to Xavier Oxeva. Had a 73-yard touchdown return. Also some key defensive plays in the secondary, breaking up a couple of passes back there deep for the Barons. So Xavier Oxeva gets our player of the game honors here tonight at Bermudian Springs as he helps, along with Logan Geib, lead the Barons to a 21-6 victory here at Alumni Field on the campus of Bermudian Springs.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it was a very entertaining game, one that, a play here or a play there, it's a completely different ball game. So thanks to Xavier Oxeva as our player of the game for Constellation Energy. Next week, our game, we go to Elizabethtown, and the Ephrata Mountaineers take on E-Town. So our Lancaster-Lebanon League flavor continues here.
And with the win, Manheim Central raises their record to 2-2. Bermudian Springs, after the win at home last week, falls to 1-3. And that'll about do it from Alumni Field. For our crew here, Jordan Piper, Bruce Badgley, I'm Ed Ark. Thanks for joining us for the Constellation Energy Game of the Week from Alumni Field at Bermudian Springs. Our final score once again, Manheim Central 21, Bermudian Springs 6, here on PennLive. Good night.